guys, can you hear me? Welcome, my YouTube family. We're just going to wait a few minutes and let a few more people join in. So, did anybody have any guesses so far? It's pretty plain in sight now. I'm having issues. There we go. Alrighty. All right, sorry guys. Just figuring myself out here. Okay, so again, how's everybody doing? We are here. There it is, my friends. The Timberjack 380B. I've already named her. And if you guys have watched the channel, you know how I like to name all my machines. So I officially named this one Jackie. I was going to go with Skitty. I was going to go with Timby. But I went with Jackie. So this is my Timberjack 380B skidder that I finally have in my possession. And I posted a while back about this, me being able to acquire this, and I just didn't have the funds at the time, and over time till now I finally got it. So I wanted to step in and share with you guys that it's finally here and it's made it, and I'm excited to finally use it for my operation and share with you guys what exactly I'm going to do with this machine. My plan is just to crush vehicles with it. Anybody that I get upset with, I can use it like a monster truck. And then hook up my winch to it and drag it to the scrap yard. But this is Jackie, and again, I am super excited to just have this kind of asset added to the operation. My plan is for obviously to drag logs, but the quantity and the magnitude of logs that I can drag out has changed the game from the Bobcat and or regular tractors. So I think it's I'm nervous because it's definitely a big move for me and a big investment into a much more serious caliber of machine. But from me working over the years with Big Bob and using tractors and just getting by, I think it's time to make that next move. So like I said, I'm nervous because it's another whole kind of realm of tool that is either going to make or break. It's definitely another whole kind of level of logging that I'm gonna dive into that I've never been able to really do with Big Bob before. So drag logs, for my firewood, and the saw logs is its main purpose, and that's all it does. But it's it's one of them things that you really need. You need this kind of machine to be able to drag the magnitude of firewood out and saw logs that I procure and go after. I have 3 jobs lined up for it so far, so I'm pretty excited about that, and many more is going to lead after that because of the nature of my business. So if anybody has any questions about it, make sure you let me know. It's going to be in a lot of videos coming up. I haven't posted in a bit because I've been busy, but I have a lot of videos where you guys are going to see it in action. I'd like to fire it up tonight for you guys so you can hear it run. Kind of going through it right now with Dad, doing some basic maintenance and a few things that I didn't like, some universals that needed to be checked out. But small little things that this machine is like I said, it's $150,000 machine, brand new, that I was able to, acquire for a lot less. And I'm sure to the guy who sold it to me, probably not enough, but to me, it's plenty enough of, an expense for, another tool for the trade. But you have to spend money to make money, and that's the whole point of it. And, that's what I'm doing. So clearly I'm going to keep going forward and, not looking backwards. So if it doesn't work out, it's simple to just find another plan and, just move forward, get rid of it, whatever, it doesn't fit the operation. But I'm, really excited about it, like I said, and, from doing it long enough where, I need this, so I need it. But I'm gonna try to answer, your guys' questions the best I can. It's good to see all of you. Gringo, I appreciate you stopping in, and Log Jamming, I appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate all you guys. Anybody who's, behind the chat that don't want to really talk in the comments, that's fine. I appreciate you guys joining. But yeah, I'm super psyched about it. Yeah, that cable skidders definitely keep you in shape, Log Jamming. It's a little more, I feel, fit for my operation, being able to, drag log out in a little more tighter corridors in the woods, closer situations, and I can kind of manage, these jobs better with a cable skidder. You get the benefit of dragging them, through more obstacles, and, not being able to go right up to the back of the log with a grapple machine. That's a huge disadvantage. Where that's why I didn't go with a grapple to the start, and let alone the cost to go to a grapple machine from a cable skidder. Skidders seem to be they're just outrageously priced for what you get, and I mean, I think it's with anything, everything's going up in price. But I'm very excited about it. Thanks, David. I appreciate you joining. This is Jackie. Anybody who is joining in now, this is my Timberjack log skidder named Jackie. I was gonna go with Skitty. I guess that didn't fit the bill. I was gonna go with Timby. I got yelled at for that, so I went with Jackie. Well, there it is, Jackie. Timberjack 380B. It weighs 35,000 pounds, so she's got a lot of weight to her. And again, the winch on the back is a severe duty winch. This winch is actually a John Deere winch off of a 648 series. So the winch has plenty of power, and I think it's an upgrade from the Gearmatic, which I believe came on the Timberjacks originally. Don't quote me. I think it was Gearmatic. I might be wrong, but it's a huge upgrade from what it used to have. The old ones I don't think they had the gusto for it, and they weren't as smooth as like a John Deere hydraulic winch. So again, an additional excitement to be able to have that component on this machine, because that's such a vital point to a cable skidder is your winch, clearly. So I have about 100 feet of cable on it now. That'll work for me to get started. I have 4 cable clips on the back with slide chokers on the cable. I don't know the terminology exactly for them. That hardware on the back, I'm still getting kind of used to that. I actually need to kind of rig this up a little better than what it has on the back. But for now, I'm just going to hook up my choker cables off of what's here, and that's going to work for now. But the hardware on the back is severe duty. It's not something you're just going to pick up at like Ace or Tractor Supply. So I have to get the right, I don't know what they call them kind of, them kind of clips that are on the choker cables themselves. Maybe you guys can, kind of lead me in the right direction for that kind of hardware and a website to get me to that. So, hey, Cartwheel Kid, I appreciate you joining. Yeah, time to get my CDL, no doubt. I guess, I mean, to be able to haul it, that's for sure. To get the CDL, to enable me to be able to get the right truck and trailer then to haul this machine, that's true. As of right now, I've been getting away from it, log jamming, just because I've been, doing so much local work. A machine like this, clearly, I will have trucked to my job if I can't just drive it to there. And that's working for now. Would it be great to be able to haul it? Sure, but it comes with an expense, the CDL, the truck, and, the trailer of the caliper to be able to haul this machine. So, I appreciate that, Philip. I appreciate you joining in here at the live stream. And, all of you guys, I'm excited to show you another toy to the asset. And, anybody who, is not familiar with these machines and, doesn't know exactly what they do, they basically just drag logs. That's kind of what all they do. There's a blade on the front that, allows you to kind of grade a trail as you're working through the woods, push obstacles out of your way. This particular skidder is a cable skidder. Cable skidders and grapple skidders. Some grapple skidders have cable winches on them. The advantage of one or the other, there are many differences into that I feel like I could go on and on all night about. So, log jamming, yeah, I pretty much, within that 10-mile radius. Right now, the first two jobs I have, the machine is literally not even going down a quarter of the mile down the road. It's right across the street. Actually, you guys can actually kind of see, if you look way in the background behind the skidder, the tops of the trees way in the background that are dead, they're on the other land across the street, the other landowner. That's the job I'm working on. That's its first job it's actually going to go on, which is just ultimate, to just go out the door right across the street and work on it. And I posted a few videos already where you guys have seen me work over there, but I'll try to make sure that I'm a little more specific when I do go over there for the first time with this machine. So I'm really excited about it. But yeah, most of it's really close. I don't really go anything beyond the 10 miles. And again, if I did, I could just, have it trucked to the location if the job justifies the machine going there. Again, I do have Big Bob that I can transport that does allow me to manage smaller jobs and get away from having to need such a bigger machine. But when I get into bigger jobs and I need the productivity and the efficiency and the time, I have to get something larger out there and start to really speed things up. So it's going to be a whole learning curve, that's for sure. Yeah, it sure is. It's definitely living the dream. That's for sure. To be able to walk out my front door and work on my first job. Yup. For the skidder, it's literally a dream. And with that job and then the second job that I have that's down the road from me, not even, it's literally, I call it a stone throw away. The second one is, I don't know, maybe not even a quarter of a mile again. It's a huge advantage. I'm going to be able to, see how well this machine fits my department of logging. And I have a good feeling about it. And you guys will see that. So, but again, I appreciate all you joining in. Gringo, David, Philip, Cartwheel Kid, anybody who's behind the chat and you're, don't want to comment, that's completely fine. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I wanted to share with you guys that I finally have it here, and I'm excited. Excited, nervous, because again, like it's a bigger move that I've, haven't, I should say haven't ever done, because no, I've never got a skidder before, so I haven't ever made that kind of move. And it's, it's like when I first got Big Bob, it's, going from little Bob, it's like, did I need it? Am I making the right choice? I've used it long enough to know that I need it, but do I really need it? You don't know until you get it and then realize, yeah, I needed it, or maybe it's, not fitting the bill, but, that's just part of business. So the excitement overpowers anything else, really. Hey, Brad, I appreciate you joining the live stream. Hey, Woodhound. So Brad, I got it from, I actually got it from, it's actually one of my old log suppliers. I shouldn't say old log suppliers, he's still a log supplier. Just the gentleman's very busy. You'll see the truck in my videos. I picked it up from him. I put out the word that I was looking for a skidder last year, the end of the summer. I was kind of just looking for skidders. I wasn't, able at that point to acquire one, but I was looking. So I, just text that guy, my log supplier, because again, they're around that kind of equipment. And a few months later, he texts me back that he's like, hey, I'm thinking of letting one of my machines go, and this might be kind of like the perfect size that fits your bill. So I went down and looked at it. It's in Leroy, New York, so that's close to me. I didn't have to travel to another state or across the country. I looked at it with Dad late summer, and I like what I seen, and I kind of went from there. To be honest with you, I just went from there, and if you want to call it winging it in a sense, I won it, but I knew that I wanted something in the size. And I knew I liked the old school skidder because, one, I can work on this kind of stuff. It's not filled with electronics, and all this other junk that, you know, you can't work on or get parts, or I'm tied up and I need, you know, $1 million now to fix this machine that, you know, you just got. I'm able to kind of diagnose a lot of things that would happen with such a simple machine that's fairly large. So, you know, it just kind of was like calling me. And I don't know, I've done a lot of that with throughout my trade, and call it goodwill, call it whatever. I don't know. I pray to the Lord, you know, and I do that every night, and maybe that's, you know, what works. But, you know, you don't know until you try. So she's got some worn wheels, which are very typical on a skidder. As you can see, maybe eventually I can pick up some new rubber for it. So, but man, right now it's fine. You know, I can get maybe some chains. Seems like chains to tires, like chains are almost brand new ones anyhow, are just as much as new tires. It's absolutely crazy. And maybe you guys can prove me wrong and show me somewhere else that you can get like a set of 4 chains cheaper than a whole set of brand new 4 rubber. But basically, either way, chains, rubber, I'm looking for $1,500 to $2,000 a piece. And, you know, that's pretty big for, you know, all 4 tires. I'm glad it doesn't have 6, or I'm glad it doesn't have 8. So, but everything's steel on her, that's for sure. This thing weighs 35,000 pounds of just raw iron. Derek, hey, I appreciate you joining. Yes, it is that would be an Adirondacker beauty. There's no doubt. The thing belongs up in the real woods country. So I appreciate you guys again stopping in, checking out the new toy. Thank you all on the, you know, congrats for me and wishing me good well for it. If anybody's curious, my finger's also doing really well. Done really good with that. Come a long way with that. I'm down to my last 2 physical therapies. I'd say 90% of my motion is back, and you know, I can clamp things. I can run my saw. I'm happy. So it's a lesson, you know, learned, and but again, I just kind of move forward on. So hopefully you guys can hear me fine. Maybe somebody can pop down in the comments real quick. My audio's been doing okay. Couldn't plug in the mic again. I seem always so unprepared for these kind of things. No surprise. So, Derek, Big Woods here, 30 miles north of Lake George, New York, Detroit. Oh, gotcha. Oh, wow. Yeah, Derek, I don't know if when you last joined here, I have quite some big jobs lined up for this machine. The first one's actually right across the street. So, Brad, I appreciate you checking on the audio for me. I'm trying to speak up, you know, loud enough for you guys, but not like I'm sitting here yelling. So, I appreciate you, Gringo. Thanks for stopping in, man. I hope that cutting board's doing good for you, buddy. And I always appreciate you guys in the comments. I know, I'm horrible with the comments. I really apologize for that, but don't ever stop commenting. I read each and every one of you, and your support means more than you know. And I'll tell you that over and over. Derek, yes, more ash work. It's all dead ash. It seems like that's all I just can't get out of it, which is a good thing. Again, I feel like more comfortable cutting and harvesting trees that are just going to go to waste and that are dead, opposed to fresh living trees. But the third job for the machine is quite a large job that is on it's actually my uncle's land, and it's about 120 acres. And it's well overdue for a managed cut. So there is tremendous amounts of red oak, hickory, maple, beech, and that's where I'll get into cutting more fresh living trees. But I think it's, you know, it's gonna be a little bit before we get to that one, because these first 2 jobs are large to begin with all the dead ash.
I think Derek was asking Detroit in there.
Oh, gotcha.
The
You're
motor.
right. I didn't catch that at first. Thanks for pointing that out, Dad. Derek, I'm gonna go back to your question. You asked if there's a Detroit in there, and I'm glad you brought that up. There's not. It's actually got a swap, and it's a Cummins. Cummins 6BT. She's an inline 6, and it's a brand new one. So that was another factor of me seeking this machine. I'm really excited about that. And man, it's fresh. It runs strong. Really hard thing to come by. Again, in a skidder, they're usually just rebuilt. Be a fresh rebuild. You'll see a lot of them, you know, freshly rebuilt, but it's got a motor in it, and I don't know, that was kind of a big asset. There's also, I don't know, Derek, if you're familiar with there's a polymer gear in there, or a fiber gear that is commonly worn out if your motor mounts start to get loose. So that was redone. There's a new fiber gear in the machine. The motor mounts are fresh with a new motor. Um, the winch is fresh. So it's, all the bones they're there and they're strong, and that's what's exciting. The wheels inside the hubs are dry, so all the seals are good on that. I tried to kind of look at the things that when I first looked at it, that would be something that is one, like out of my realm to fix it here in my location, or two, let alone the cost just over justifies me being able to invest in a machine and then fix it enough to use it. So I looked at these kind of important things. The wheels are really dry inside, so that's important. Your seals aren't leaking, which I've seen skidders that are just they're ridden hard and put to bed, wet. So, but not Jackie. We're gonna be good to Jackie. But you guys, I wanna say all your guys' comments throughout, my years of YouTube. You guys encourage me right back as much as anybody you watching this right now might be encouraged to go out and, now pursue your dreams, because you look back, like my inspiration for you, if you know what I'm trying to say here. So I appreciate all of you, just with all your kindness and always supporting me to keep me, inspired into this, because there's many times that all my close ones will tell you that I'm very frustrated with it, and it's hard and it's not easy. So, good words help each other. So, do that for, all your friends too, and anybody who, that is maybe struggling, in life with anything. But, yeah, the 6BTs are awesome if done right. Detroit's are noisy and leak like crazy, but work hard. They seem like they're either wide open or nothing. And it's something that I was kind of like, when, looking for these machines, I was like, I don't know if I want to invest into that. But, I'm definitely very excited about it. So you guys want me to do a walk around? I can do a walk around. I'm also going to fire it up for you. I hope the service will kind of hang in for a walk around. So we'll do kind of a walk around for you guys, and then I'll put you back in the tripod and I'll fire it up. So I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate all the questions. Thanks again on the congrats. And again, if anybody who just joined in now that didn't hear it earlier, this is Jackie, my Timberjack log skidder that is just used for dragging logs. And that's just basically all it does. Nothing real fancy. It's kind of weird, like a machine like Big Bob that does so many other things, you can say. Like, these skidders really just do one thing, and that's drag logs. So that's basically it. Yeah. But I'll do a walk around now, guys. Hopefully the service will stick in, and guys get a good look at this bad boy. You guys can get kind of a size comparison with me standing up close to it here. These tires are about to the bottom of my chin, I'd say, and they're worn, so I can't imagine a fresh set. Just to kind of give you a scale. Scale always seems so hard to kind of perceive on video. So anybody who's not familiar with a log skidder, you kind of can see that this is not a tiny log skidder, but it's not a like a 648 series John Deere, or like a 460D Timberjack or something like that. Them are fairly larger machines. So I apologize if this gets shaky, guys, but we'll kind of do a walk around of her. Good old school classic machine. It's kind of what's excited me from the beginning about it, because you guys, as you know, that work on these or use them, the newer stuff just isn't, I don't know, it's just not being as reliable anymore. Yeah, it's nice to have the air conditioning and the electronics that tell you when the weather's going to change, but all that stuff can go wrong in an instant and you're out. So I do have another door for her. It's
in a little bit of a state of surgery right now. Kind of went through the ringer. I guess the previous owner had left it open, which big mistake. But seat needs to be replaced. But I mean, that's simple things, right, guys? Nothing too concerned. She's a simple old school skidder. No steering wheel, my friends. Them are all levers up there. You've got your left and right, your gear selector 1 through 4, forward, neutral, backwards, and then your blade control. And then my winch is up there. Sorry about the sun reflection. That's it. It's not your GMC. But simple, strong, powerful. And I am just excited to get this thing in the woods and put it to work. Got a nice big heavy duty fair lead on the back. The butt plates are in really good shape on the machine. Nothing's really bashed up too hard. The exhaust cover up there, I don't know, it looks like they almost used that as like a battering ram competition of some sort. But, you know, I mean, these machines live rough lives, so they live rough lives. All the cage looks good. I'm just, you know, down to just getting that door squared away, and I'll be fully protected up in that cab. So everything is, you know, fairly dry. Very impressed with the overall structure and, you know, components of the machine, which anybody who doesn't know exactly what I'm talking about, basically to sum it up, the important stuff. All the important stuff is beautiful. So I'm going to kind of go back and try to answer some of these guys' comments. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate the congrats. And David, I see your question there about how many logs can you, about how many logs, I'm assuming, can you drag? That's the question. So that's given the, you know, size of the tree. You know, trees that you are pulling, that was going to determine majorly on that. From what I was told, this machine will pull 6 hard maple logs. You know, 20 inches for fun. And I don't know if I'm exaggerating that or if that, you know, what I was told was just an exaggeration, but being around machines long enough, physics, weight, power to weight ratio, I believe that this thing would pull 6 hard maple sticks out 20 inches for fun. There's just a lot of machine here. And for me, you know, you got to think about that when you're going back and forth out of a landing, you know, 6 sticks, 12 sticks, 18 stick, like it just adds up fast, and before you know it, you know, at the end of the day, this is why, you know, your landing looks nice and full of logs. So opposed to going at it with like Big Bob, and I would just drag 1 log out. If you guys would watch my videos, I'd be able to drag 1 log out at a time, and I mean, it worked. It's got me to this point. So sometimes that's what you have to do in order to get to something like this, is use what you have. You use the shovel to hammer the nail, but then eventually you realize that, you know, when you're able to get a hammer to use it for nails and hammering nails, it's such a better tool. That's good log jamming, yes. To be honest, for those who has bought the new Steel 881, we're buying skidders to tote them in the woods. It's a big saw, I have to agree. Gonna need that kind of machine to tote it around. There is no doubt. So that's going to be the machine to be able to pull out the log that 881 can handle. So at 21 people, that's awesome. Appreciate you guys popping in. Anybody who's new, didn't hear it before, this is Jackie again, our Timberjack 380B log skidder. Got a brand new Cummins in it. Got a new John Deere winch. She is ready to roll. New fiber gears, lots of important components that are very important in the skidder, are fresh in this thing, and she's ready to roll. But before it gets too late, guys, I wanted to jump in there. More of my motorcycles in the background. That's my racetrack that I built. You guys can hear that. But I'm gonna hop in this bad boy and fire it up so you guys can hear that thing purr and let you know that there's a real motor in there and it's not operated by a battery. So you already have an off-road diesel tank. Derek, I don't yet. I need one in a bad way. Yeah. Talk about the guy who's filling his skidder with 5-gallon cans, right? It's kind of funny. Not yet, but I'm getting there. That is a necessity, that is for sure. Needed one of them for Big Bob, so. The door weighs a ton, guys. It's crazy. There she is. You guys will see her moving here soon. I'm sure you guys are eager to see it in action, and trust me, I'm eager to put it in action. But I gotta leave some excitement left for you guys to be able to come back and watch my videos. But Daniel, thanks for joining, my friends. Cool machine, man. Never drove one. Took your advice about the 5-horse Grizzly bandsaw. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Good for you, Daniel. I hope you enjoy it, man. I love mine. I hope you enjoy it. Good luck with that. And all of you, I appreciate all you guys so much. Oh, Faith says hello. Thanks, Dave. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Congratulations on the new machine. I have a new Whacker Newson skid loader being delivered this week. Wow. That's awesome. Congrats, Dave. That is awesome. Congratulations on that. I hope it works out for you. That's awesome. That is awesome, guys. So that's such good news to hear. I really appreciate you guys sharing that back with me. All you guys. Brad, I appreciate you joining. Gringo, thanks again for popping in. Cartwheel Kid, Philip, Log Jammin'. That Wood Girl's mom, of course. Thank you all so much for joining. But guys, I'm gonna kind of cut this one out short. I appreciate all you joining in. If you have a few more questions, I'll try to answer it before I go. Maybe another 3 minutes. I'm gonna stick around, but I'm gonna let you guys go. I appreciate you guys who joined, and anybody who didn't, don't worry, we'll be back, and you're gonna see more of Jackie. Log jamming, all kidding aside, that machine will go straight up a mountain with chains. Walk on water with rotation or duals. You could have bought a more proper machine. One man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's kind of what I felt about it, you know, log jamming. I felt the same way, and it just kind of was like calling to me. So, from what I've watched, like, you know, Forrester, you know, Crochet, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that wrong, guys. Forgive me for butchering some of the names up, but a lot of these guys who use these old timberjacks that are sought after so much. You know, you see them out there, and they're still on the job. They're not hard. They're not hard to work on. They're not easy to find because you know, so many people have them and then they love them. But yeah, Frank, I'm excited to share it with you too. Guys, you see it in action real soon. So you're welcome, Derek. Yeah, good weather coming here too, guys. So that's my biggest thing, was getting me kind of, you know, busy on this, and I haven't been posting. I've been busy, you know, going through it, you know, making sure things are good to roll. I get a machine in this lot and I start inspecting things, and I go through it, and
with all the work I have lined up, it's going to be worth it to make sure she's ready to roll rather than get out there and get started and have to stop because something broke. So we'll be back, guys. I'll maybe be posting this upcoming week, and it might be his first video with the skidder, but the weather coming nice, and it's going to be really warm. I mean, I'm even getting bothered by bugs out here, so it's definitely a sign of the good weather's coming. So hey, Back River Firewood, thanks for stopping in real quick. Man, from Arkansas. That's awesome. Appreciate you stopping in. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much. And anybody who, you guys are out there, pursue your dreams. And, that's, old, new, doesn't matter. Old stuff is, I personally feel that's, kind of what's coming back to. Newer machines are kind of just getting a little more iffy with all this new technology. So, yeah. I'm excited, guys, and there it is, Timberjack 380B. So, thanks again, guys. Appreciate all your support as always, and we're gonna catch you guys on the next one. Like I said, I'll be maybe posting this upcoming week, and it'll be a video of Jackie in action. So we'll maybe do another live stream. Get some more you guys who are curious about it. I'm sure we're gonna start to get our real Timberjack fans popping in here when I start making more videos of it. So we'll try to make sure that I keep up with the comments the best I can, and I do apologize for any of you who do feel left out that have been commenting and I haven't been answering. I do a horrible job keeping up with the comments, guys, but I am reading all of your guys' comments, and they do mean a lot to me. So log jamming, thanks, man. I appreciate you so much. Back River Firewood, again, thank you. And Outdoors and Larry and Robin, I appreciate you stopping in. I just getting ready to head out here, but that's the skidder behind me, Jackie. I named it Jackie. So, thanks, Derek. Happy Adirondacker. I can't wait to get up there. It's calling me soon. Hopefully, me and that wood girl are gonna escape up, up there soon. So, anybody in the background, thanks again for joining, and I appreciate you guys so much. I love each and every one of you. Stick together and be kind to each other and be good, and do the best you can. 'Cause I know I struggle with it too at times. So. That's okay. We'll catch you guys on the next one, all right? See you later, everybody. Have a good night.